The Imitation of Christ, Chapter 11, on Peace and Spiritual Progress. We could enjoy much peace if we did not busy ourselves with what other people say and do, for this is no concern of ours. How can anyone remain long at peace who meddles in other people's affairs, who seeks occasion to gad about, and who makes little or no attempt at recollection? Blessed are the single-hearted. Matthew chapter 5, verse 8. For they shall enjoy much peace. Psalm 37, verse 2. How were some of the saints so perfect and contemplative? It is because they strove with all their might to mortify in themselves all worldly desires, and could thus cling to God in their inmost heart, and offer themselves freely and wholly to Him. But we are held too firmly by our passions, and are too much concerned with the passing affairs of the world. We seldom completely master a single fault and have little zeal for our daily progress. Therefore, we remain spiritually cold or tepid. If only we were completely dead to self and free from inner conflict, we could savor spiritual things and win experience of heavenly contemplation. But the greatest and indeed the whole obstacle to our advance is that we are not free from passions and lusts, nor do we strive to follow the perfect way of the saints. But when we encounter even a little trouble, we are quickly discouraged and turn to human comfort. If we strove to stand firm in the struggle like men of valor, we should not fail to experience the help of our Lord from heaven. For He is ever ready to help all who fight, trusting in His grace. He also affords us occasions to fight that we may conquer. If we rely only on the outward observances of religion, our devotion will rapidly wane. But let us lay the axe to the root, Matthew chapter 3, verse 10, that, being cleansed from our passions, we may possess our souls in peace. If each year we would root out one fault, we should soon become perfect. But alas, the opposite is often the case, that we were better and purer in the beginning of our conversion than after many years of our profession. Our zeal and virtue should grow daily, but it is now held to be a fine thing if a man retains even a little of his first fervor. If only we would do a little violence to ourselves at first, we would later be enabled to do everything easily and gladly. It is hard to give up old habits, and harder still to conquer our own wills. But if you can't overcome in small and easy things, how will you succeed in greater? Resist your evil inclinations in the beginning and break off evil habits, lest they gradually involve you in greater difficulties. Oh, if you could only know how great a peace for yourself and how great a joy for your fellows your good endeavor would win, you would have greater care for your spiritual progress. Chapter 12 on the uses of adversity. It is good for us to encounter troubles and adversities from time to time, for trouble often compels a man to search his own heart. It reminds him that he is an exile here, and that he can put his trust in nothing in this world. It is good too that we sometimes suffer opposition, and that men think ill of us and misjudge us, even when we do and mean well. Such things are an aid to humility, and preserve us from pride and vainglory. For we more readily turn to God as our inward witness when men despise us and think no good of us. A man should therefore place such complete trust in God that he has no need of comfort from men. When a good man is troubled, tempted, or vexed by evil thoughts, he comes more clearly than ever to realize his need of God, without whom he can do nothing good. Then, as he grieves and laments his lot, he turns to prayer amid his misfortunes. He is weary of life and longs for death to release him, that he may be dissolved and be with Christ. Philippians chapter 1, verse 23. It is then that he knows with certainty that there can be no complete security nor perfect peace in his life.